Hi there, I'm Buddha and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. First of all, thank you so much. We have just passed the 100 subscribers, which is really unbelievable. We're not even on air for 1 year, so in less than 1 year, we've passed the 1,000 subscribers. It's fucking amazing. There are more than 1,000 people that are as crazy as I am, and they are joining the show and joining this journey and being part of this family, of this community. So thank you all for all your support, for all your comments. It means a lot, and it means we are united and we are in love by the guitar. In today's episode, I will show you one more of my amps. It's one of the most recent acquisitions I made, and it is a Fender Pro Junior. I was touring with Buddha Power Blues in Latvia, and we went to a music store, as I do whenever I go out of town. And I've tried a Blues Junior. I've tried a Pro Junior. I've also tried an Excelsior. I didn't really like it, but the Pro Junior was like, whoa, this is a great tool, great amp tool, and it is a 1x10, which is probably my favorite speaker size. It depends, because the 1x10 it's a little focused, but I really love the tone of it, especially for the studio, because you don't need to fill the stage. You just need a great tone, and the 1x10 really is really focused, is really guitar-like sounding. So I tested it in the store and I really loved it. I went on OLX, which is kind of a Portuguese eBay, and I went on looking for it, and there was one in Albufeira, in Algarve. And I talked to the guy and bought it. Once I got it, I played it and I really loved it. I think it's a little finicky because it's old and it's rusty, so it has some issues. It vibrates in certain notes, but I don't really care. I think it gives it character. And it sounds really good. I've been using it a lot in the studio as a second amp. It's a great practice amp. It's a great tone device because it only has volume and tone, so it's really simple to settle. And it has a really huge range with the volume knob, so you can really saturate or desaturate. It doesn't have a lot of power, of course. Once you start to crank it up, it starts to break up. But that's the reason why I bought it. I wanted a manageable amp that I could break up and not going deaf. I haven't tried it live yet, but I will soon, probably this Wednesday, on the jam session I run, and I will try it to see if it can compete with a drum. It is a great amp to leave at the max saturation you want, and then roll off the guitar's volume. And for this thing, I highly recommend the treble bleed installation. I don't really know the technical details of how to do it, but it's a capacitor, I think, or a condenser. It's just a really simple mode, a really simple mod you can do to your guitar, but it really helps because you can roll off the volume knob on your guitar and you won't lose the treble. Otherwise, usually you will lose a lot of treble and it's not usable anymore. So I really like it. And experiment, because the small thing you put on, I don't know again if it is a resistance or a condenser or whatever, but the thing you put on has different values and each one sounds different, and there's no better one. There's a right one for you, for your taste, because they all act different. I have it on all my guitars, or at least on the guitars that I used more live, and it's perfect for me because I can crank the amp, and that's my maximum lead distorted tone. And then I use the volume until sometimes I use it on 1 or 2 on the guitar for a sparkle clean. Then I will raise it up and down to get a good tone. Another way you can do it, it's with a good volume pedal like the Ernie Ball ones, because they don't cut the treble, so they probably have some treble bleed. I don't know what they do on the pedal, but it works really good, and you're hands free. You can do it with your foot, which is very inspiring to do. You have almost a continuous gain in your feet, so you can really dial in note by note the things you do. It gets addictive playing with the volume pedal, but it's great. It's a great tool. So there's nothing simpler than a 2-knob amp. We got volume and tone, simple as that. This amp, I don't know if it is because I've only played another one. I think this amp is a little broken because the volume pot kind of has a on-off position, so until 3. It's kind of really low, but once you get it past 3, it kind of gets on. Yeah, here. Okay, let's set it here. And let's hear what the tone does. So this is a super cool, clean amp, and it works really good. A clean sound. But it's really quiet at this volume. Once you crank it up, it starts to break up. It's a 15-watt amp with a 10-inch speaker, which makes it break up a little sooner. Oh yeah, rock and roll. Let's bring it up a little more. But it also cleans up really good with the guitar volume. So on 5. Now it's getting loud, but it's a really great platform. That's one of the reasons I love this amp. Let's listen what the tone does, because the tone works a little different depending on where the amp is, because of the breakup, because the more you turn it up, the brighter it gets. Let's turn it up a little more. Great, 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 great amp. You probably have noticed the rattle when you play at certain volume and certain notes. It's a thing that the Blues Junior also has. It's some rattling probably in the tubes, or I don't really know what it is, but well, it makes it sound like it sounds. Let's crank it a little more. Hear the rattle? Yeah. Let's crank it a little more. It's a Queens of the Stone Age rock and roll amp. Let's push it a little more. And the thing you probably have noticed is just small increases makes a huge difference. It compresses a lot more. It changes from the middle position up. It changes a lot. Well, that's it. I hope you have liked the show. Please subscribe the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet and share it with the world. We are growing the community more and more each day, and I'm really proud of what we have achieved here. Thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for your suggestions. I read it all. Please keep living it. And please write your suggestions and comments in English so anyone can understand you. Thanks a lot, and we'll see each other next week.